Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard, Black in the Philippines with the Truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, all my peaches, triggers, lovers, haters, commenters, scallywags, each and every one of you. I welcome you to my channel. Well, it's like a quarter to five, so I'm a little late doing my video. I was trying to get the Duchess to join me this morning, but her and her mother are upstairs, and she's fussing and she's nursing and fussing and sleeping. That's what babies do, and don't forget the shitting that goes on too a lot. Well, today I go back to the hospital. I finally broke down, and I went to the hospital yesterday to get a physical, a full checkup. And my blood pressure is high, which is something I really try to stay on top of it, man. I don't eat salt. I don't eat anything out of the can because the sodium that's in there, and I just really try to watch what I eat. And then my playing tennis, 2 games a day, and if I feel I'm getting enough physical exercise, but there's something that's I'm still at. I was at 108, I mean 208. Now I'm down to 205, and I'm trying to get down to maybe two or somewhere like that. Losing weight and everything, but it just seems to be a battle for me. So I don't know what else I can do physically. I'm leaning toward wanting to get a bicycle and maybe start by doing some little biking and all that stuff, which I think would be good for me to do. You know, I think a lot of times it's just mind doing extra, a workout. I hear a lot of guys going to the gym, and maybe that's what I should do too. Is probably hit the gym, 3 times a week or something like that, and try to see if I can shake off some of these pounds and try to bring this, crisis down on me. So they gave me a slew of tests that I got to go through today. I'm gonna go to hit those and those tests and what have you, and so I can get a full uh, a breakdown of what's going on with me. I told him I want a cancer screening. I want. Good morning, Burley. How are you? Did you sleep good? Good sleep. Come here, Burley. Say hello. This is my housekeeper. This is Burley. Come here. Say that. Say hello, Burley.
Hi,
Burley.
hello.
Burley does a lot of TikTok. So you watch her on TikTok. She's very good. Speaks no English, but it's okay. I still love her to death.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good morning, Burley. So I told him I want to have a full cancer screening and really kind of get a full deep dive into what's going on inside me. Because I think it's crucial now. It's important to me now. Not that it never has been, but it is very important because I'm chewing Nicorette gum, to try to keep from lighting this cigarette. So I know eventually I probably will because it's just, although I've been doing good. Last night, I had 2 cigarettes and I still got 2 cigarettes, so which is a good sign that uh, uh, that I'm, you know, gradually getting that, to the point where I won't be picking them up at all. But I know that's a factor. But yeah, I think of maybe getting a bike and riding bike or something. Walking would be good. But there's just something about just walking. Something about just jogging. You know, which I don't know why it seems to be it's such a block for me to do. But I have to have more discipline in myself to be able to do something a lot more beneficial for my health. Playing tennis is getting boring because I don't play as good as everybody does, and sometimes it frustrates me because it's like everybody knows it, but nobody wants to give me any pointers to help me. And I see people who are just starting and doing fantastic, and I don't know why. So it's aggravating. I mean, I still play a good game. And with certain players, I know there's a certain level of players that I can't play with. which in everything there's always a level, much better than than you, and to jump in there would make it be a very dull game for them because it's just not um, competitive enough for them too as well. It's funny because you know, I was talking to a couple of people, and one person had asked me for a favor. So I said, okay. So where I meet with these foreigners at, and we partake in this activity, there's one I knew that this is right up his alley. I said, "Yo, man, what I'm saying, I got somebody who I want you to meet, and I couldn't discuss it at the table, because it's not one of those things that you would discuss it openly." And so I said, "Look, here's my number. Give me a call." And so he took my number, took my card, and about 2 or 3 days passed. I see him again because we got together again, and I see, yo, my man, how come you didn't call me? He said, well, what's it about, Gerard? I said, what do you mean, what's it about? I asked you to call me. Is it hard for you to call me? I mean, is it, look, in your mind, you're telling yourself, look, man, I don't want to have nothing to do. You got nothing for me, Gerard. Yeah, I don't even want to associate you. All I want you to do is just come here and and lose your money, with those type of thing. And and it's kind of, I understand racism, and I did a video about subtle racism, and it's like, it's like you couldn't even pick up the phone and call me, and we've been together doing this for years now. But anything I have to say to you, you're not interested in, and it's it can be hurtful, but then I have to understand, hey, I understand that sometimes when people don't like you, you know that they don't want to have nothing to do with you, and they're not trying to make an effort, to know you or want to know you, and you know I know I'm a good guy. I'm the type of guy that'll be in your corner. I'm the type of guy that would, when the chips are down, you can count on me. If you need help, I'm there to help you. But the shoes on the other foot, it's not there. And so he says, well, I'm here now. I said, no, you don't understand. It was time sensitive. I asked you to call me. Was it too hard for you to call me, to pick up the phone and say, yo, Gerard, what's up? Like this? Or in your mind, you're saying, look, I don't know. Were you afraid I'm going to ask to come to your house? You afraid of, I'm gonna make moves on your wife or all the girls in your house? I mean, and it's typical. I understand. See, white people, in my opinion, a lot of them, gravitate toward blacks when they are part of that sports scene. If you can talk football, if you can talk basketball, you know, if you can talk soccer, if you can come to them on that level, yeah, they'll welcome you with open arms because because you know what you're talking about, because it's something that what they have in common. But outside of that, wanting to know you as a person or something like this, they have no interest. Yeah, they have no interest in wanting to have you in their life, or around them, or something like this. It's like I might mess up the parade. Yeah. But it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, I meet a lot of I meet some good cats. Some of them come around and what have you, and we shoot the willy bobo like that, and it's nice. It's nice when those can put aside their own prejudice, because I'm gonna say it's prejudice, because I think if they can put aside their prejudice, it makes for um, uh, uh, a good relationship. But sometimes they can't. Sometimes I think some people say so much bad stuff about you. I had this one friend, you know, he had in his house, you know, during the election, he made like a political cave and had an Obama cave, and from what I understand, it was a lot of negative, imagery at the house and all this stuff. And the guys used to go there, and then when the guy said, "Yo, come on, dude, come on, let's go to his house," I said, "No, I'm not going to his house because he didn't invite me." You know what I'm saying? You just don't walk up on somebody's house like that. But sometimes when people say so much bad stuff about you or talk so negative about you, that to somebody else, and then when they meet you, it's like, he's not such a bad guy. Why do you feel the way you feel about him? Like this, to show up there, and who do you complain to? You complain to your wife, which is what you what you do. You complain. Me. I make sure that when I'm talking to somebody, I don't talk about somebody. You know, I don't talk negative enough to where it's that they will walk away from me saying that, oh man, he really has a real, bad outing about this person. I just don't do it. My mother said, if you have nothing to say about somebody, you don't say nothing at all. And I've always stuck by that. I've always, tried to look on the positive side of things, and the positive things about people. And I know in everybody there's some goodness in them, but there's some people who were just stuck in their hatred, who were just stuck in their prejudice, who were just, stuck in, in whatever mental illness they have, because that's what it is, mental illness they have, because it's mental illness, when you can't meet someone or communicate with someone, you share with someone, and for no other reason other than maybe the color of their skin, that they don't have nothing to do with you. It's mental illness, man. I never could understand why people can hate you. Yeah, I mean, literally hate you for things you have no control over. You have no control over the color of your skin. You have no control over where you were born. You know, you know, and for people to dislike you, because of that, it's a mental illness, man. And for you to continually perpetuate, that negativeness, or those core horrible values that you learned when you were young, because a lot of times it's a learned behavior. Hate doesn't come without someone showing you how to hate. You know, you know, disliking someone doesn't come from unless someone implants a reason why not to like someone. You know, Oftentimes we don't take the time to meet someone. We don't take the time to go out of our way. Now, on a one-on-one, everybody's cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's cool. Everybody can talk to you on a one-on-one, but it's not. It's not it's not cool, man. It's just not. You know, I'm you know, I'm gonna stay who I am. You know, I'm going to be as genuine as I am and have been. You know, I know I have flaws. I know I'm not the most sharpest knife in the drawer. You know, and I may not be as deeply factual in some of the things I say, but then you get my point. You get my drift. You understand what I'm saying? But one main factor is that I don't have that cruel streak in me to say cruel things to people. You know, and you really have to push me. You really, really have to push me. Like the guy on the tennis court, he really pushed me. He really pushed me. And and I said some things that I never said to anyone in my life. You know, but but it's not like it's not in me to, you know, after all, if you want my blackness to come out, it's in me, and I can push that button too. But I don't put myself in situations where I have to push that button. All right, so you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you are the only one to see your vision, man. You know, and all I can say is that I was talking to someone yesterday, and I was telling them that'd be where I live or all this stuff like this. And I said, man, you know what? I'm living like a king. I'm very, you know, I'm very complete. You know, I know I can do more to improve myself, and I will. You know, gradually. But as of right now, I'm happy. So remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder was pulled someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. If you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation, once sung "Treat Her Like a Lady." And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king, okay? And never say no. So what I want you to do is go out and make it the best day you can. Live your best life. For those of you in the Philippines, I know it's in your realm, you know, um, to do that. You know, we were talking yesterday about a guy at Billy's. We were talking yesterday about a guy who, let this woman, you know, con him out all his money, and now he's stuck in the Philippines and can't move, and he's running around begging people for money and all this stuff like this. And it's a sad thing to be going, in a foreign country homeless. And on another note, I watched this blogger talk about what one of the best businesses to go into is, I don't know, some type of loaning business, loaning money. You know, that's fine if you're a native, if you're a Filipino. Yeah, you can loan people money and get an interest and every day and all that stuff like this. And yeah, and it's but you don't speak the language, my people. You can't go into a business like that. Don't be fooled, man. Sure, you might have a Filipina who might can talk you into loaning money or whatever, but better believe her interest is her self-interest. She's not doing it come on. I mean, how much can 5 or 6 pesos make a difference in your life? I guess if you got a lot of people giving you 5 or 6 pesos, it probably adds up, but that's a lot of work. All right, anyway, that's a horse of a different color. All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace.